Hello, this is Brenda Green, and I'd like to welcome you to Living in the Go. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, this is an opportunity for you to hit that subscription button and then hit the like button and share it with your friends. When you hit the subscription button, then you're ensured of getting all of the content that I have for you because I have lots to say, especially about financial issues. I wanted to start something new today. I'm calling it a new segment. What do things cost? Because a lot of times we go through life not knowing what the value is or what things should cost us, and we spend more money than we really need to. So I want to help you with that. So the first topic that I'm going to cover today is the average funeral in the US. What does a funeral really cost? Now, I don't want this to be morbid, but this is the reality of life. If you're born, you're going to die. So you have to figure out what this is all going to do for you. So the average funeral in the United States costs anywhere from $7,000 to $12,000. That's a lot of money if you think about it. If you get a funeral with a cremation, that's where it's no burial involved, but they cremate your body beforehand. That's going to run you anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000. So it's a little less expensive. If you have a cremation, which is what I plan to do, it can run you anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. Reasons can be personal in terms of what you want to do for your final remains. I want to be cremated because I want all of my money to go to my family because I'm leaving a legacy for them. So it's something for you to think about. And also, I'll be truthful with you. I have loved ones who have been buried for decades, and I don't go to the cemetery anymore. I don't feel like they're there. And that may be the same thing for me. So again, I want to be cremated. Now, there's specific cost that comes with the funeral. Certainly, you need to be embalmed because your body after a couple of days will turn. I know it runs most of the time 700, 750, but I've seen where the embalming was actually $1,200. So that's quite expensive. You have to have a plot because when you're buried, they dig a hole and they put you in it. Well, those plots can run you anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000. It depends on the cemetery that you're interned in. And also, there's a cost to open that grave. They open it up, they dig the dirt out, they put your body in with the coffin, and then they close it. That's about $900 to $1,000. The casket itself is going to cost you. You can get an inexpensive one, but you can get a metal one for about $2,400, all the way up to $10,000 if you want a fancy wood coffin. And then there's cases that they put the coffins into to ensure that there's not a lot of water damage or bugs or whatever. I think it's a waste of money because, again, when you're gone, you're gone. There's a hearse because the coffin has to be carried in something, and the hearse runs you about $325. There are cars for the family because the family can't ride with the hearse, and they can run you about $150 per car. If you have a large family, you do the math on that. Now, I do know that if you were in the military or if your loved one was in the military and they were discharged honorably, then they can be buried for free in a military funeral home or cemetery. That cost saves you a lot of money. They will actually have former veterans come out to do the service with you. They will have people play music. They bring a flag to drape the coffin. It's a very moving ceremony. I've been to a few of them in my day, and they are very, very thoughtful, very moving for the family and for your loved one. So those are things to consider. There's all these other little incidentals in terms of their programs for the funeral that cost money. They provide death certificates for you. If you don't have clothes for your loved one, you can even buy clothes at the cemetery. There's so many things that are covered to prepare your loved one. If they died and they were not in the best shape, they can make your loved one look a little more presentable. Those things cost. So I say all that to say that if you haven't thought about it, because if you're born, you're going to die, and you need to think about what's going to happen in that afterlife. So you need to have life insurance. I guess this is my roundabout way of getting to that. Have life insurance so that your family doesn't have to incur those costs. In just the last few months, I've had friends and family members pass on with no life insurance, and so they had to collect money for the funeral. You don't want that. So have some small policy to cover this, or think in lines of what I'm talking about being cremated. It's more cost effective. You can still have a wonderful memorial service for your family so they can talk about the things that were good about you, decent and kind, and it's just so much less expensive. But anyway, that's what a funeral costs. So something for you to consider. If this was helpful for you, then share this with your loved ones. Let them know that this is out here. But again, thank you so much for your time and attention, and have a wonderful day.